Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have a bit of a different look for me. It is this teal kind of cut crease, half cut crease look. I really am happy with how this turned out. I had no idea where I was going when I started the video, but I'm really happy with how this look turned out. So if you want to see how I get it, just keep watching. Now that we've cut to my extremely bare face, I've not even done my eyebrows yet. Please ignore the mess in the background is what I was saying. Let's get started on this look. So I am priming my eyes with my Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and we are using the Alamar Original Reina de Caribe, excuse me if I'm saying that wrong, palette, for this look today. So I am first taking the neutral matte brown in the palette called Cocoa Taxi, and I am just buffing this into my crease. This will be our transition shade, and I'm just blending that out with another brush. Now I'm dipping into a mixture of the dark brown and the kind of maroony shade in the palette, and I am putting this all over the outer edge and blending it into my crease a little bit. This is just to deepen up the look a little bit and make the outer corner the darkest part of the eye. I'm very new with cut creases, as you can see, as I'm very sloppily applying my concealer, but I'm just applying concealer to the innermost part of my eye and just straight to the very middle. So it's more of a half cut crease look. And this is where the star of the show comes into play. I am just packing on with a brush, that green shade, and making sure that I get it on with the brush really nicely first, and even putting it all over the lid. And then to make it extra shiny, you can either use a wet brush or I just like to use my finger and pack it on with my finger. And then going back to the outer edge, I just blend that out. And I went back and forth several times between the green and the maroon just to blend it out and make it look seamless. Now after I've done my other eye, we're on to the brows. I use two different Colourpop products for my eyebrows. The Precision Brow Pencil and the regular No Filter, I think is what it's called, brow pencil on the inner corners because it is less pigmented. And as you can see here, I'm just waving to tighten for you. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the face. I really like this Flower Beauty Hydrating Primer. I never thought I'd like hydrating primer. Please ignore the redness on my face. If I rub it, it gets red. It is not the product. And again, something else I've been loving is the Colourpop foundation stick. As you can tell in this video, I love Colourpop. But this is the first foundation stick I've ever used, and I really like it. I find that it wears a long time on my skin, and I like the feeling of it better than liquid foundation. I went to Universal Studios, Harry Potter World, and I wore this foundation all day, and it was hot, and it did not melt off, so that was great. I'm using two different concealers, the same Colourpop one from earlier in a lighter shade, and then I have a darker shade in the Flower Beauty concealer. I really like the Flower Beauty concealer. I just don't have it in a color that matches my skin tone right now. I bought it when I had some self-tan on, so I'm just mixing it with a lighter color. And I am trying a new thing where I'm only setting the T-zone. So I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder and setting just the T-zone of my face. This is a new product I'm trying out, this Bare Minerals. I've never used Bare Minerals product before, but this Bare Minerals Baked Blush. I'm not using it wet or anything. I'm not sure if this is meant baked as in a color baked or baked as in you use it wet. So I've been using it dry and I do like it. And now I'm going into this Burts Bees blush. I forget the name, but I'll put everything in the description down below. I really like this blush. It's getting me into using blushes because it's a very neutral color and I'm not much of a blush person. Using my favorite highlighter. All the Colourpop highlighters are my favorite. This is just one of the ones I own. And I first apply it with my finger and then blend it out with a brush. Just setting the face with my Morphe setting spray. And now we can finish up the eyes. I'm taking the original shade we started with, Cocoa Taxi, and blending it all along the lower lash line. And then I am not repeating the same steps I did on the top. I'm actually just going to go into the maroon shade and blend it all the way across the lower lash line. I wanted it to be kind of a contrast from the top, but kind of match it a little bit because we did use that shade on the top. And I'm applying a black eyeliner to my waterline. I did it off camera because I cannot do that in frame, and the same with my mascara. This new Colourpop BFF mascara is amazing. It makes your lashes so full and long. I love it. Now I'm taking the lightest shimmery shade in the palette and highlighting my inner corners. This would be the part where you could highlight your brow bone as well. I don't like the way highlighting my brow bone looks on me, especially not with shimmery shades, so I omitted that step, but I thought that looked really, really nice. And there's my kitty again. He did decide to sit in my lap after this, so it's really, really cute. Now, I forgot to do brow gel earlier, so I'm just taking the Colourpop brow gel. I use the light brown shade because I find a dark eyebrow gel makes my eyebrows look too dark, so I used a lighter shade than I did for the brow pencil. I always apply chapstick underneath my lipstick. I find it makes it look a lot less cracky and much better. So I'm taking Jordana Rock and Rose lip liner, and this is the Uno Mas is the name of this lipstick. It's one of my favorite lipsticks that I have, and again, it's from Colourpop. Very peachy nude. I thought it would complement this eye look very well. Now I'm just taking my hair down and I'll show you the final look. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I am so happy with how this turned out. I don't experiment a lot with color, and I really think that after doing this, I'm going to want to experiment with a little bit more color. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. That would be great. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.